Sam Raimi's Oz the Great and Powerful promises an enchanting journey into the origins of the beloved Wizard of Oz. But as we follow James Franco's wizard down a CGI-laden yellow brick road, it becomes clear that the film is more of a tornado of missed opportunities than the grand adventure it aims to be. Here, I examine how the film stumbles through spectacle, storytelling, and character development, while occasionally hitting moments of genuine charm. At first glance, Oz the Great and Powerful dazzles with its vibrant visuals. The transition from a black-and-white Kansas to the hyper-saturated land of Oz mirrors the original's iconic shift, though it trades practical ingenuity for digital overindulgence. The world of Oz is undeniably colorful, but its visual excess borders on gaudy, as if the design team were in competition to outdo every other fantasy film of the last decade. The landscapes and creatures lack the tactile authenticity that made the original feel so timeless. Instead, we get CGI so pristine it feels detached from any sense of reality, much like the film's plot. James Franco's Oscar Diggs is a classic con-man archetype, but one who somehow lacks both charisma and intrigue. The character's journey from self-serving trickster to reluctant hero is meant to be the emotional core of the film, but Franco's performance wavers between aloof detachment and exaggerated enthusiasm. There's no real depth to his transformation. His heroic moments feel more like plot obligations than earned growth. Franco, while charming in other roles, struggles to ground a character who is supposed to charm an entire fantastical world into believing in him. The film's witches, Mila Kunis as Theodora, Rachel Weisz as Evanora, and Michelle Williams as Glinda, are ostensibly the driving forces of Oz's political and magical conflict. However, their characterizations are disappointingly shallow. Kunis's Theodora begins as a naive romantic and transforms into the Wicked Witch of the West after a betrayal that feels rushed and unconvincing. The visual reveal of her green-skinned wickedness is iconic, but the emotional weight of her transformation is missing. Meanwhile, Weisz's Evanora is a one-note villain whose motivations are as transparent as her magical schemes. Williams's Glinda, though warm and ethereal, is so saintly that she borders on blandness. The interplay among these three could have been a rich tapestry of power struggles and alliances, but instead, it feels like a game of magical musical chairs. The screenplay, written by David Lindsay-Abaire and Mitchell Kapner, borrows heavily from the structure of The Wizard of Oz, but fails to imbue the narrative with similar heart or innovation. The plot meanders, relying on Franco's flimsy character arc and the witch's uninspired conflicts to drive it forward. While the original film was a masterclass in pacing and emotional beats, Oz the Great and Powerful often feels like a series of disconnected set pieces, more interested in showcasing visual effects than telling a compelling story. Despite its many flaws, the film does have its moments. Raimi's penchant for dark whimsy shines in sequences like the introduction of the flying monkeys, which are appropriately eerie and menacing. The character of China Girl, voiced by Joey King, brings a surprising amount of emotional depth to the story. Her fragile porcelain body and plucky spirit create a poignant metaphor for resilience that the rest of the film could have learned from. Oz the Great and Powerful is a film caught between ambition and execution. While it attempts to reimagine a classic world, it ultimately feels like a hollow imitation rather than a bold reinvention. There are glimmers of magic, but they are buried beneath a mountain of overblown visuals, underwritten characters, and a story that never quite finds its footing. Instead of being swept away by the wonders of Oz, viewers are left watching a spectacle that, like a mirage, is beautiful from afar but fades under closer scrutiny. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Quirky Critic signing out.